Okay, ho ho ho, we're going to try to do the other half of my favorite Christmas films that I like to watch every year since the first time the video got cut in the middle. So let's start where I left off, which was Rise of the Guardians. Now in this movie we got four different guys, Santa Claus, Sandman, the Tooth Fairy, and the Easter Bunny are going up against this guy named Pitch Black, who's kind of like the boogeyman, and Pitch Black is stealing stealing the power of belief from them. And in order to stop Pitch Black, they have to get the help of this guy, Jack Frost, in order to defeat him. And I like this movie a lot. This is a really good movie to watch around the holidays. You can watch it around Christmas time or Easter. So it's kind of good to watch it at either time of the year. Next up, we got, you have to watch A Christmas Carol around Christmas times. You have to watch a version of Scrooge. The one I got is the one with Kelsey Grammer as Ebenezer Scrooge. I plan to get the George C. Scott version maybe as well, but this one I like a lot. It's a musical version of A Christmas Carol, and it's got Jason Alexander as Marley, Jennifer Love Hewitt as Scrooge's love interest that he gave away in his past, and the movie's very good. I really did like this movie, and the three ghosts, past, present, future, are done very well in this film. So it's a really nice version of A Christmas Carol. Next up, this is a Santa Claus movie from the 80s. The Santa Claus movie, not the Tim Allen version. This is a much different movie. It's got David Huddleston as Santa Claus, Dudley Moore as an elf, and John Lithgow as an evil toy maker. And basically it shows the origin of how Santa Claus became who he is and got his 8 reindeer and everything. And what happens is later on in the story is he meets up with this kid that's homeless, helps him out in trying to find the meaning of Christmas, and helps the homeless kid meet up with this girl that he likes, and finding out that the girl's uncle is this guy, the villain. And they gotta defeat the villain, and finding out that one of Santa Claus's elves ended up working for the evil toy maker because he wants to prove himself to Santa Claus. And the movie's really good. I really like this movie. It's very charming, even though it's directed by the same guy that directed the original Supergirl movie. It's actually a nice, charming holiday film. I really did like this movie. Next up is the original Miracle on 34th Street, not the one that has Mara Wilson in it. This is the good version of A Miracle on 34th. There were some things I liked about the remake, but I like this one the best. This is my favorite version of Miracle on 34th. It is such a good movie. A movie about Santa Claus coming to town and meeting up with this little girl that doesn't believe in Santa Claus, and he decides to be the Santa Claus for Macy's, and it's just such a good movie. It has a lot of heart to it, and I really did like the little girl in the movie and the love story that they have of the girl's mom falling in love with a guy, and it was just a really nice movie. I especially like the scene where Santa Claus is chewing a piece of bubble gum and blows the bubble and pops all over his beard, and he's trying to get it out of his beard. Ow, that's gotta hurt. All right, now we're getting to my really big favorite Christmas films of the year to watch all the time, and we'll start with The Nightmare Before Christmas. What's this? What's this? Oh, I love this movie. This is such an awesome movie. The king of Halloween land, the Pumpkin King, is getting bored of doing the same thing every year, so he decides to try to do something different. He ends up in Christmas world and finds out about Santa Claus and what Christmas is and all about. And he decides he wants to do his own version of Christmas. He wants to take over for Santa and give him a day off so he can do Santa's job. And it is just so funny what happens when he tries to do Santa's job and just screws up giving scary Christmas gifts to the kids. It's just so funny. I actually have Christmas ornaments from this movie, The Pumpkin King and his love interest in the movie, Sarah. And my favorite song in this movie is the song from the Oogie Boogie Man. That's my favorite song. You're joking. I can't believe my ears. All right. Let's talk about my favorite version of Scrooge, the Bill Murray Scrooge. This is my favorite version of A Christmas Carol. We got Bill Murray playing the Scrooge-like character. The name of his character is Francis Xavier Cross. He's this big executive of a television station. And what happens is he's putting on this live version of A Christmas Carol with Buddy Hackett as Ebenezer Scrooge and all these other people. And Mary Lou Retton is Tiny Tim, even though Mary Lou Retton is too big to be on Bob Cratchit's shoulders. And he gets visited by the three ghosts, Christmas past, present, and future, as they try to show him the true meaning of Christmas. And he's gets this chance to get reunited with his one true love, played by Karen Allen. And there's one scene where Bobcat Goldthwait, who plays one of his employees that got fired from the television station, chasing after him with a gun. It's hilarious. And the three ghosts in this movie are so funny. The Ghost of Christmas Past is a cab driver that is just so funny in the movie. And the Ghost of Christmas Present is a fairy that likes to hit Francis. I'm the Ghost of Christmas Present, and I'm going to hit you with a toaster! And the Ghost of Christmas Future is very good too. It's just a really good movie. I really did like this movie. It's fun to watch every year. And let's talk about Ralphie wanting a BB gun for Christmas. Oh, you're going to shoot your eye out, kid. A Christmas Story. Oh, I love watching this movie every year. They have a marathon of this movie every year on one of the channels. It's just so fun to watch. The movie is set, I believe, in the 1940s. This is before televisions were a thing and people were listening to radio shows. Because in this movie they reference the Orphan Annie radio show. And he's trying to get his parents to buy him a BB gun for Christmas, but the mother keeps on saying, "No, no, no, you'll shoot your eye out." And he goes through all these schemes to try to get the BB gun, even asking Santa Claus for it. And as the Santa Claus in the mall is saying, "You'll shoot your eye out, kid. Ho, ho, ho. Now go away." Down the slide. It's so funny. All the scenes that happen in this movie, like one of his friends getting their tongue stuck on a telephone pole, and the boy Ralphie saying the F word for the first time, and how it sounds in the movie. It sounds like he's saying fudge, but he's not saying fudge. He's saying the F word, and it's just so hilarious. Everything about this movie is so funny. It's just so great to watch every year. Don't watch the sequel, though. The sequel is terrible. And let's take a little glass of eggnog here. Soy nog, actually. Gee, I wonder what's the last movie I'm going to talk about. Christmas Vacation! Christmas Vacation! At least, as if the glass wasn't the clue here. Yeah, this is the glass from the movie. Actually, the glass in the movie has a longer nose than the one I'm holding, but the box I bought, this glass in, says it's the glass from the movie. Chevy Chase plays Clark Griswold, and he's trying to have a big family Christmas in his home, which is not big enough to have enough room for everybody. He's got the parents from both sides, his side and his wife's side. The old aunt and uncle from one of the sides of the family, and one of his cousins or something, played by Randy Quaid, and his family show up as well. And it's just so funny. And nothing says Merry Christmas like Chevy Chase chopping down a tree with a chainsaw with a Jason mask on. And then bringing that tree in to decorate and everything, and then squirrel jumping out. Or Chevy Chase sliding down the hill on one of those circular sleds, and having sparks flying up when he goes on the road and everything. This is such a funny movie. Oh man, I love it when he puts lights on his house to decorate for Christmas, and the lights make the house look like it's brighter than almost as bright as the sun or something. And Julia Louis-Dreyfus is in it as his neighbor, who's very stuck up with some guy playing her husband, and they're getting the shaft through the whole movie. It's just so funny. Oh, I love the Clark Griswold movies. Even the ones that are not that good, I like too. But the one that has Randy Quaid as the center character of the Christmas Vacation 2, that one is terrible. Don't bother watching that movie. And that's all I gotta say for Christmas movies I like to watch every year. So, Merry Christmas, and if I have time, I'll try to do one more video. If not, then that's it until after Christmas.